the skipper, the one that took out Moby Dick, the one that sliced the Kraken in half, now sails towards the great storm, towards another sea monster, deep in the sea, one more scarier, more powerful. What's up everyone, before we get started today, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below what other Resin stuff that I should do with some diorama or some Star Wars scenarios, because I'm going to be doing some soon. And with that as well, I am going to be doing some, and also I am streaming on Twitch as well. Basically, going to be doing a variety of games, some new games as well that I've tried out, and it's been pretty well, honestly. I'll be streaming, I believe, on Thursdays and Saturdays now. If you guys want more time and information, make sure you head over to my Discord. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get started with this video. So I basically did a little bit of resin. My first attempt, well, here it is still not dried up. So it's been a couple days. So that was my bag. My second attempt did pretty well. I think it was because of the fact I had to mix the hardener and the epoxy with equal measures. Me and my dumbass did not know about that. I tried doing it for the first one, but it didn't go well. So here it is, just a little pyramid, but try and mix a little bit of blue and red coloring, little pigments, but I don't know, you know, it was like successful, you know, I was able to get out of the mold pretty well, and the results are impressive indeed, basically. But, and also I wanted to do something very, I wanted to do a little bit of a larger project, basically. So I had a crocodile, had some coral reefs, rocks, and also with a pirate ship, basically. So I wanted to make a scenario with that, as you saw with the intro. So here are the results and the process of what I did, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. First thing we're going to be doing is basically just going to be softening up the 3D products that we have here with some corals and a little bit of rock as well, basically. Next thing we're going to do is we're basically going to be like just drawing out our layout of the land. So as you can see, with the knowledge I've had in school, I measure out the entire thing, and then we go into the process of cutting it with a wood saw. I think this is how you do it. Oh, nope. And we're gonna do it again, very gently. I don't think this is how you do it. Yeah, I think it's pretty good so far. We'll go back to that soon. And now we dried up the 3D products that have been smoothed down, and we're just gonna color them. So I want to have a blend of colors with this coral right here, the little brown, a little bit of pink as well, basically. I saw some on the internet that they do have a bit of a combination between the colors. And with the rock, I did a little bit of brown and green to kind of like imitate like algae, basically. So I kind of did that, and it looked pretty good, honestly. So we're going to keep going on. The corals, I did purple with this one, and I think I did red and blue, basically. They have been, you know, a little bit of a struggle because I'm still learning how to do, you know, airbrushing, so there's that, basically. So, you know, just bear with me with all this, basically. And using a little tongs with this usually helps because you don't have to get paint on yourself. The next thing we're going to be doing is imitating the color of this alligator, just right here. And next thing we're going to be doing is just going to go for green first, basically, as you guys can see right here. I tried my best trying to get all of it, but I couldn't get all of it. But now we're going to do a little bit of black as well, trying to blend in with the colors to make it like dark green, basically. And as soon as I did this, I kind of wanted to go for the eyes. I was thinking whether or not to go for them because the eyes were a little bit hard, but I did it anyways, and it doesn't seem so bad, honestly. You know, you just gotta be very precise when it comes to like just like, you know, just drawing the eyes, basically. You know, the crocodile's eyes has a little bit of a, you know, little niche in the middle, so it wasn't too bad at all. Now we're going to be painting the brown of the pirate ship, basically. We're going to go for a brown pirate ship with black sails, basically. Oh, and I dropped it. So now we're going to be just sanding off our landscape right here, basically. It didn't seem so bad. Had a little bit of trouble with sanding like the surface. Not with the edges, because edges are honestly like really easy to go for. So this took only about a couple of minutes. I'm not a wood person. I used to do wood shop in middle school, so it wasn't too bad to say the least, you know. So now we have our little landscape right here. now we're just gonna be able to get our sand. Well, technically our clay for now for landscaping. And what I did was basically just go for a landscape. I laid it out with some clay. It was a little bit like foamy, so it took a while for me to like lay it all out for the wood. And then I placed the little crocodile right there just to see where it was before I placed the dirt or the sand, because we don't have any sand. So I should probably buy some sand, but it is what it is though. So I'll pat it down just to make sure it doesn't look like freaking hand marks. It looks like actual sand. And now we have some dirt or gravel that I found in the backyard. We just do that for a little bit. I tried getting the little bits as much as possible, but it didn't go so well, so I did some white spray paint. This is because of the fact I could basically just use that for the white sand. Now we're basically going to be placing down our corals, our rocks, and our little crocodile basically before we do our foundations for the resin. This is going to be pretty exciting, you know, because like I've only seen videos of these guys, you know, do resin many times before, and I wanted to do it as well. Basically it looked pretty cool and I wanted to do it once more. So next thing we're gonna do is the acrylic sheets basically. Me and my dumbass didn't know that you can actually cut them with cardboard knives. So what I decided to do before I knew about that was basically just use the entire sheet. So that's how I wasted some of my money. So that's like one of my mistakes. Get the hot glue a little bit there and just basically be able to just seal it off so that no resin can get out. I did the best as possible. You'll see why I say best as possible, because you'll find out sooner or later. You know, this was a very fun process to do, honestly. Like, I think I liked doing this much work, honestly. This took me around 10 hours to do before I poured in the resin. So just hot gluing it on the sides and the bottom so that no kind of you know, resin can come out as much as possible. I did the best I can, basically just trying to double check everything, seeing if there's any holes, any escapes. And yeah, basically we're gonna be doing the resin here, and you can see the mistakes right now with the resin. Oh, I'll probably tell you guys later why it is. So I put in the epoxy, the hardener, and then we mix with the pigments. We mix that together, and this kind of got corrupted, so I had to you know, just skip it basically. Did a little bit of the lighter stuff. I have a butane torch now, so we're gonna be using that in the future basically. It was a little bit hot, honestly, and I was coughing because it was very toxic, so I had to use some mask later, but I really couldn't. And that is why I had all these leaks. Now you guys know why I said the best I can, because all the majority of the bottle was leaky. So it wasn't too bad, but we'll see in the next day. So the next day happened, and I decided to go for the pirate ship sails. So I wanted to go for a flag because, I don't know, kind of more of a cartoonish kind of pirate ship, you know? I don't really know what pirate ships really look like, honestly, what their sails look like. They have blue sails, red sails, black sails. If anyone is a historian of like how pirate ship sails, you know, colors were, just, you know, let me know in the chat, you know, because I really know nothing. Next thing, I just painted the little bits and you know, bits and pieces of the black marks on the ship, and it's time for us to open our results basically. So here it is. I covered it up because I didn't want any wood dust or anything to be on it. It was still a bit sticky. I was kind of paranoid. This was like 24 hours basically, so I wanted to see how it was. So I opened up this part, and we're basically just going to be checking out, and it's basically still sticky. As you guys can see there, I was not impressed. So either way, we just kept on freaking breaking the freaking acrylic sheets, and just kept on breaking until we got everything of the acrylic sheets out, including the hot glue. Did a little bit of knifing there, here and there, to cut off the edges. It was a little bit hard, honestly. That one flew. Nice. So we basically just you know, took off the acrylic sheet. They were so hard, honestly. The bottom parts were like very tough. I even got scratched, I think, on my side arm, or I think on one of my hands basically. So I was bleeding there. So rule number one when you're doing this, use gloves. And use a mask as well, because you never know if there's any more of that gas coming out basically. I don't know, like the epoxy resin like could be like that toxic. toxic, but it was pretty toxic. I was coughing because it smelled pretty bad. It wasn't pretty bad, but it was very toxic. I even tried to get the freaking you know, the resin diorama out of the freaking cardboard, or not the cardboard, the freaking wooden board there. It was so hard. Had to switch to a screwdriver because the other knife, you know, it freaking broke. The blades broke off basically. So that was awesome. Yep, the red knife there on the left, yeah, that broke. There was a little bit of hole right there. I was impressed. So that was awesome. So I kind of sanded off a little bit. This is gonna take a long time. Just give me 2 hours.
2 hours later.
And no, we're not gonna use sander. Okay, nope, never mind. So basically, this was the result. Now we're gonna be using this riptide to imitate water, basically. So I saw someone do this, and I thought it was gonna be pretty good. But then an hour later, yeah, this is the result. they made it look so easy. I'll put in the reference link what I mean. The snapping turtle one was amazing how he did the ripple waters. But no, for me, it was terrible. Very terrible. I don't even know if this was the result. If you were supposed to do this way, but I kind of made some like waves out of it, so it wasn't too bad, too shabby at all. So I used the mistakes and used it as an opportunity to make them as like a crashing wave into the storm of the wind, basically. So did a little bit of a, you know, just crashing into the waves with the ship, just trying to get that effect in, basically, you know, before it dried out. This thing didn't dry as fast as I thought, so it was pretty good. So this kind of stuff that I'll probably put in the link as well is really good when it comes to like just making just like water freaking imitation, basically. And there's a result, basically. It wasn't the best. I made many mistakes. One of them was basically using tabletop epoxy resin instead of using the other type of resin just to casting. So I'm gonna be doing that next time. Probably I'm gonna be using the remaining stuff for like maybe cutting board or something. Maybe next time though. But make sure you guys check out my socials, including my Twitch channel. And I will see y'all later for the Republic. I'll see you guys later.